Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by AAAFX and Amanda Waterpark and British International School Phuket. We will be talking about some headlines across Thailand in this talk show. So if you do want to skip to the story you want to find out more about, you can use the timestamps after the live video. Today we'll be talking about Amazon Web Services going big in Thailand, dates set for the pink and yellow line for the BTS trials, as well as the poll and Chinese tourists might be coming to Thailand very, very soon. Let's start with Amazon. Do you like Amazon, Natty?
You mean the coffee or what?
No.
Oh, Amazon Prime?
Well, Amazon the company.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, Amazon, sure.
It's not written. Yeah. Anyways, I should have been just saying Amazon is just too big. It's got too many things going on. Well, AWS is betting big on Thailand. By AWS, I mean the Amazon Web Services, because they're willing to invest $5 billion in Thailand over the next 15 years.
Wow.
Underscores now the country's significance as a regional hub, because they think that Thailand's going to be a regional hub for digital data, and this is also in agreement and with the Deputy Prime Minister, Supatanaphong. Amazon's cloud computing division held a press conference on Tuesday to announce its planned investment in cloud computing infrastructure in Thailand. The Deputy Prime Minister said that the plan will be carried out in phases, with the first phase investment of 20 billion baht to begin straight away. AWS's hyperscale investment project has demonstrated that Thailand is a digital hub and a data center in the region. The investment comes from the world's leading company, and investment from other related industries will follow suit. AWS commented that the investment plan includes the construction of data centers as well as procurement of goods and services from regional businesses. AWS's plan to build data centers in Thailand is a significant milestone that will bring advanced cloud computing services to more organizations and help us deliver our Thailand 4.0 ambition to create a digitized, value-based economy. So, good news, AWS, a company like AWS wanting to come and invest in Thailand. That will only be good for the economy, no?
Yeah, and billions
and
also.
And Thailand's going big. I mean, they have this whole Thailand going green by 2050. They're trying to attempt, it's going to take a while, but to make Thailand a bit more green in terms of using electric vehicles. They're investing in electric vehicles infrastructure and promote the use of electric vehicles within the country. Overall, good for Thailand?
Yeah, I think anything digital is the new way to go forward. So if a big company wants to come and help Thailand, expedite that process, it's always welcome.
It's always a welcome. We're talking about being digitized and going into the modern world. Dates have been set for the pink and yellow line for trials in Thailand. By pink and yellow lines, I mean the BTS SkyTrain.
Well, it's actually technically a monorail, but yeah, sure. It uses the same lines as the BTS. So the partial opening of the yellow and pink monorail lines for trial service has been set for December, with the launch for commercial operation earmarked for next year, according to the Department of Rail Transport. The Rail Transport Director General said that the fares for the two monorails have not yet been decided because the fare calculation has to be based on the Consumer Price Index released 30 days before the official train operation. However, most likely the price will range from 15 to 45 baht depending on the distance. And to increase the ridership, a monthly student and elderly pass, I can't ever say that word properly, an elderly pass might be launched, but also, again, not confirmed. And as for the payment method, they're trying to develop a ticketing facility that is compatible with Europay, MasterCard, and Visa payment methods to provide ease of travel for consumers. Have you ever tried to use your Visa card on a BTS or MRT train station?
No, but I've seen other people do it.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty convenient. Like all you have to use is like a little MasterCard or a Visa card, and then you just beep, and then you can go through it. So hopefully
a lot of countries do that as well now. Like a lot of Western countries do that.
Yeah, a lot of Western countries do that. But Thailand, we're starting to roll this out, and it's only in the initial phase. So this yellow and pink line will also soon to have it as well. So the trial runs will offer to those who register to participate in the trial service. So you actually have to register for it to be in the free trial service. And the monorail links will start collecting fees from February next year.
Okay.
And also, this is my favorite part of the article. So the overall construction of the Yellow Line project is now about 96.79% complete. Very specific number, with the electric rail operation system being about 96.56% complete and the rail tracks 100% complete. And the Pink Line is more or less just about 88% complete. I just like that. It's so specific that
88%.
I know. It's like the Yellow Line, it's this specific, and the Pink Line, whatever. It's about 88% complete. Anyways, yeah.
How do you even reconfirm that? Oh, well. 88% is that good enough for you?
It's good enough to travel, I guess. Yeah, like a short distance. It's free, so it's always okay.
All right. I like the word free. For now, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be addressing a poll, as well as finally talking about Chinese tourists coming to Thailand and, of course, snitches get drugs and not stitches, apparently. Find out more after the break.
Thinking of investing, but don't know where to start? Ever heard of AAA-FX?
What is AAA-FX?
Good question. Look no further than AAA-FX, your choice for trading and investing. Low commissions and spread with fast execution. They're trustworthy and have been offering services since 2008. You can invest using various deposit methods, including crypto, with negative balance protection and 100% matching deposit bonus. Choose AAA-FX and enter the lucrative market of trading. Visit AAAFX.com.
Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by AAA-FX. Investing never became easier, Natty.
Nope.
If you're into crypto
I am.
or trading
Love
or
it.
foreign exchange,
Nice.
you can look no further than AAA-FX. Click the link in the description below. Find out more information for yourself. Get your first trade going. But once again, be responsible. Invest what you're willing to lose. Test the waters before you go in deep. All right. We have a new member, Natty. KP40, Thaiger member.
Woo!
Woo! Thank you very much, KP40. We appreciate you very much
Marish.
for supporting the channel. And Thaiger members' numbers are going up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you very much. More
Thank
and more
you for
people are joining the Thaiger family. We appreciate you very much. Thank you. All right, Natty, we sent out a poll yesterday, or the Voice of God, rather, and she was talking about people, whether the tropical storm and the flooding would stop people's plans from coming to Thailand. So the Voice of God wrote, ever since Tropical Storm Noru hit Thailand, the country has been flooding severely, especially in the Isan region and also some parts of the south of Thailand, like Phuket. Does this affect your visit to Thailand? 77% said
Nay.
nay. They said no. 23% said yes. Took some comments to get some thoughts of the viewers and the public. Mr. Ben's World says, I have friends in Khon Kaen and I plan to visit them, but their homes aren't affected by the flooding. I took that comment because, yes, you know, in the news we have to report about the places that are being flooded, but there's a lot of places in Thailand that are not flooded. For example, Bangkok, in some areas, severely flooded during those times. However, you know, for us living in Sukhumvit area near the CBD, Asok, Thongla, no floods. Barely any trouble at all, apart from some traffic.
True.
Pooh Tim said, the cool season is coming and I'm looking forward to not using the air conditioner for a few weeks. The rains will end soon. My village at the base of the mountains are high and dry.
Nice.
Sounds amazing.
Actually,
Can I
talking
join
about
you? What?
not sleeping with the aircon on.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for 2 nights now. Because
Wow.
it's been cold. It's been
Yes.
cold. Anyways.
Hashtag save those energy bills.
Yeah.
Alex K says, I'm in Pattaya now and I haven't seen a single drop of rain yet. Hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, hopefully.
I guess Alex went to Pattaya recently. But hey, yeah, hopefully it does stay that way. It's been quite sunny for the last couple of days here in Bangkok.
Yeah. I think rainy season has left the chat room and now it's
Yes.
winter season. So that's good news.
Winter's coming. And with the winter, possibly some Chinese tourists, because we've got, yesterday there was some breaking news because China Southern Airlines are ready to take off to Bangkok.
Sorry, I'm gonna call you out on that non sequitur.
What?
Winter is coming, therefore the Chinese people are coming. Like, that
With
is
it.
a non sequitur. Okay, anyways, go on.
Therefore, the Chinese tourists will come with the winter, possibly. Just go with it, Natty.
Okay.
Anyways, China Southern Airlines is planning to resume flights to Bangkok, signaling more good news for Thailand tourism industry, aiming to attract another 12 million foreign travelers before the end of the year. In 2019, more than 12 million Chinese tourists traveled to Thailand, making up 1/4 of the kingdom's foreign arrivals. There had been a year-on-year increase of almost 1 million starting from 2016, a year-on-year increase of 1 million, but the COVID-19 pandemic obviously cut the legs off any tourists visiting the land of smiles. China Southern Airlines revealed it will resume services to Bangkok, Tokyo, Jakarta, Dubai, Manila, among other destinations at the end of the month. But that's not all. China Eastern Airlines announced on Weibo that it will operate 108 international flights a week from October 30 on 42 routes, including Tokyo, Seoul, and Dubai. But we mostly care about Bangkok, Thailand. The announcements will come as a breath of fresh air to Thailand and frustrated Chinese tourists unable to travel for the best part of 3 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic will be excited to finally able to travel to some countries. President Xi Jinping, in his opening speech at China's 20th Party Congress in Beijing on Sunday, revealed that the mainland is still committed to a zero COVID policy, but that appears to be a relaxing of border controls. So some great news for Chinese tourists, as well as the Thai economy that heavily relied upon a lot of Chinese tourists coming to Thailand.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of provinces are excited to greet these Chinese tourists once again. Yeah. You know, I was quite impressed by the level of locals being able to speak Chinese. At one point in time, they were speaking to me in Chinese, obviously because of my face. But they were like, ni hao, and they were just talking to me.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Keep going.
Well, do you think you look Chinese now?
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be fair for a Chinese tourist to look at you and think, oh, maybe they're from my country?
I am from their country.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right, then. Let's move on to our second story, which is regarding drugs. Now, drugs-dealing police spy says he was rewarded with drugs. As in snitches don't get stitches, they get drugs instead. Nettie, can you tell me more about this story?
Of course. So a drug dealer revealed that he has worked as a Thai police for over 20 years and has got rewards for each successful drug bust he's involved in with a percentage of the haul to traffic and resell. And when he says a percentage of the haul and traffic resell, he doesn't mean just 1 pill or 2 pills. He means like lots of drug bags, basically. So the man revealed that he has been arrested for drug use and possession a number of times in the past, and the alleged spy then made known that the police struck a deal with him. If he could relay information back to them from a drug community, then he would be rewarded with drugs police seized from every haul. Now, he said that the the arrangement is convenient for him as a drug user, but added that it is getting harder to get hold of drugs in the current climate because of the government is getting tougher on drugs. He also admitted that drugs are still everywhere in the country because it is easy to deal with the police if you have enough money. So if you're wondering why did he just suddenly reveal, this is because the Thai Channel 3 news show, Sam Miti, investigated the kingdom's drug problems to try and discover the root cause of the drug situation in Thailand. And this guy was on the show and he just casually revealed that, yeah, he gets rewarded with drugs.
So the police snitched on the police?
Yeah, the police snitched on drug use and then he got rewarded with drugs. He sold those drugs.
Snitched. So, okay.
So
talking about
silly.
snitches. So this man was a snitch for the police, as in he snitched on people who had drugs.
Yes.
Police took those drugs, paid him back in the drugs, so he could then sell those drugs for more money. And then when Channel 3 did a report on this, he then snitched on the police that they paid him with drugs.
Oh, gosh.
Are they really surprised that the snitch snitched on the police? Not really. A snitch is a snitch. Is a snitch.
Of snitching.
An inception of snitches. Yes. Do 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 do. It's the X-Files.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
All right. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think about that story. Strange story indeed, and I know that you will have some very colorful comments. The voice of God is watching, so please let us know. We will address some of your questions and comments later at the end of the show. For now, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be talking about Pattalung, possibly being the world's top green destination in the world, and of course, anti-cheating masks goes global. Find out more after the break. Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by British International School Phuket, possibly one of the best British schools in Thailand. That's right.
Big claim.
That's right.
But it's true.
Yeah, they've got a British curriculum. They've got IUCSE, they've got IB. No A levels though. Excuse me, no A levels. But one of the best IB curriculum programs in Thailand that will set up your child for university and the rest of their lives as well.
Can I just say something really quickly about the school system?
Yes.
I don't care if it's A, B, IB, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But I think in school, it's more about the social skills that you learn when you interact with, adults and kids. So obviously, I think BISP is doing a good job seeing you.
Seeing me. Well, no, to be honest, I think one of the benefits of going to an international school is also the exposure to multicultural people.
That is true.
Languages, ethnicities, and I think that's what benefited me most in my life.
That's true.
All right, let's now move on to our final two topics. The first one regarding Pattalung, which is in the south of Thailand, if you weren't aware. There are plans to push Pattalung into the world's top green destinations in the world. No, not that green.
Oh, okay.
Green as in...
Sorry.
Not that green. Green as in... eco-friendly, shall we say. Yes.
Okay.
The government reported yesterday that it plans to push Pattalung province in the southern part of Thailand into the world's top 100 green or sustainable destinations by 2027. There is a project to raise awareness of the green and sustainable tourism in Songkhla Lake Basin area in the southern part of Thailand. The project is named the Strategic Plan for the Development of Sustainable Tourism in the Songkhla Lake Basin area. Minister of Sports and Tourism predicts the plan, which kicks off next year, will be a success within 5 years. Optimistic. The Songkhla Lake Basin area covers 3 provinces in the south, including Songkhla, Pattalung, and Nakhon Si Thammarat. The tourism industry in the area boasts 24 natural attractions, 75 cultural attractions, 22 historical attractions, and 40 communities. The minister believes the 3 provinces will be improved enormously under the project. Pat Phra district of Pattalung will be developed into one of the best green destinations in the world and will be included in the UNESCO Creative Cities Network by 2027. The facilities in the province will be improved to meet the international tourism standard and tourism for all. After the development, Pattalung is expected to welcome 5% more domestic tourists and 7.5% more foreign tourists, and with it, create more revenue. Pattalung province is one of the only 2 landlocked provinces in Thailand, Yala being the second. Have you ever, be honest, Natty, have you ever felt like you wanted to go that south of Thailand, like to Pattalung area?
Pattalung, no.
Because Pattalung in Thailand is known as very ban, which means very
House.
rural, farmland, slow life. You just go there to kind of not take life too seriously.
Yeah, but it's similar to Surathani. Like, if you tell me, hey, Natty, go to Surathani now, I'll be like, there's nothing to do there.
Yeah.
But there's actually tons of things to do there.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for Pattalung to become the next green place in Thailand. And I don't know, judging from the pictures that Vishai has sourced, it looks pretty fun.
Yes.
Are those even Pattalung pictures, Vishai?
Should the next Thaiger travel video be in Pattalung?
Yes.
Should we
Say
be the
yay.
pioneers? I'm sure someone's been to Pattalung before. There's a lot of vloggers in Thailand, but not the Thaiger way, baby.
Not the Thaiger way, baby.
Anyways, we're gonna move on to our final story today, which is regarding anti-cheating masks. Now, Thailand can also set examples for other countries in the world. Now, whether that's a positive example or negative example or a silly example, you decide. Nadi, can you tell me more about this anti-cheating mask in university going viral?
I certainly can. So if you can remember back in 2013, Bangkok Kasetsats University actually, a photograph actually went viral with students who had these crazy, hats with
like visors or something.
Yeah, visors.
Right?
Okay, that's a good word for it. Yeah, just like anti-cheating blinders.
Anti-cheating, yeah.
In exam rooms.
So in Thai exam rooms, there's about 200 kids sitting pretty much
far apart. Yeah.
Pretty far apart in singular desks, but to avoid cheating, they made all the students wear these hats with visors so that they wouldn't be able to
like horses.
cheat.
Like you have to have like a tunnel vision to look at a single
Yeah.
spot. So you can't see outside. Well, the Philippines actually caught on to that trend and they used that method. So taking a cue from Bangkok University, students at Baikal...
Kasetsat, right?
Oh, Kasetsat, sorry.
University.
A Bangkok University.
Okay.
Students at Baikal University College of Engineering in the Philippines went viral for silly anti-cheating masks they wore for exams. As you can see in the picture, the students made design masks to prevent cheating, no matter how ridiculous it was. So some people even made a mask of Jollibee, one of the popular Filipino fast food chains. Some people went for egg crates or clothes hangers, but regardless of how silly it was, it kind of worked. And the teacher who posted her students' anti-cheating mask said that she was surprised at the creativity and the fun the students had with the assignment and took the opportunity to discourage people from cheating. And she believes that the best way is to have people to have integrity to not cheat. But because this is an engineering course and people are generally kind of stressed out about the exam, she just wanted to make it a little bit more fun for the students. And she was happy that the students took this as a lighthearted kind of creative kind of assignment to do as well, and also did the exams well. So
that's
nice.
exactly what I thought. Exams in general are stressful, and looking at the pictures, a lot of the students were very creative with their masks. I love the Naruto Japanese style mask that someone had, and if that helps them relax even an extra 5%, worth it,
Yeah.
So good on you, Philippines. Why not?
Honestly, if I was the student in that university, I think I would spend more time making the helmets than I would like on the exams, because I wanted to have the best helmet ever. I'm very competitive in that weird way. Yeah.
0 points were awarded for the best mask, unfortunately.
So sad.
Yeah, so sad. Oh well. Those were some lighthearted stories to end the main headlines and topics around Thailand today. We're going to take our last break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be addressing some of our members' questions and answers, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park. What a way to spend your afternoon than sliding all your worries away in one of the best water parks in Thailand. Visit Andamanda Water Park next time you're in Phuket for a nice sunny day out. On that note, it's now time to address some of your questions and feedback, members. So I would like to welcome to the chat, the voice of God.
Hello.
Hello, Carmel.
You guys need to do better at my entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, apology.
Okay, so I just want to make it known
Yes.
that a few of our viewers said that, like they're hungover
Okay.
but they still made it to the live stream.
Yeah, you did.
So the
Thank
dedication.
you.
What, out on a Tuesday night? What's going on here?
I don't know. For
Well, I
like
guess they're on holiday, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
think-
Even if you're not.
It's
Thank
in
you for being
Thailand.
here. Thank you for being here. Morning coffee with Natty and Jay.
yes.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Wait, that's McDonald's.
That's McDonald's.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so first question, the story about the pink and yellow line trials.
Okay.
John's Journeys is asking, will the BTS stop in front of your office?
I
John's
wish.
journey.
Yeah, imagine the
wish.
He's
convenience.
such a journeyman, isn't it? His questions are just about the journeys. John, we have a BTS close by. Asok BTS.
Yeah,
Or
and then
MRT.
an MRT, that's the other
or
side.
MRT Pechbury, which is about 400 meters away from the office.
590 meters.
590 meters.
Whoa. Do you
Exactly.
always check?
Is it really 590? It feels a
Wow.
lot less.
No. It's 550 actually. If I had to
From
be.
your place or the office? That's what
Ah.
that's right. Natty, because you live next door. It's like a weirdo.
Yes.
Oh my god, wait, hold on. You were asking like drinking on a Tuesday night, like
Yeah.
who does that?
Yeah.
PG Santa responded, we're all degenerates, Jay. You've got to know your audience.
Okay.
Some people
I've
even
read-
drink on a Wednesday
That's
morning.
okay.
Who would
That's
do that?
Who would do that?
Nobody.
Who would do that?
Nobody.
Wednesday
Yeah.
morning?
Who?
No way.
Who would do that?
No
No.
way.
Okay, so you talked about the China Southern Airlines and then you also mentioned Thai winter. That's when John P chimed in and said, even in winter to Thailand, it's shorts and t-shirt to the shops. Oh, I missed that.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
winter here, it's not necessarily like full on sweaters and jackets. It's people.
It could be. There were some months or years that I saw people wearing fur coats. Actually, okay, I'll just be honest. I wore a fur coat.
Here?
A faux fur coat.
A fur coat?
A faux
Fur
fur
is
coat.
murder.
Faux.
You'll be cancelled for that.
F-A-U-X. Faux.
What is that?
What's that?
Like a fake fur coat.
Oh,
it's not
oh.
a real fur coat.
Oh,
it's not
fake
made out of
news.
seals. Like,
Fake news. I don't like fake stuff.
Anyways, yeah. But I was so disappointed. I woke up today and it wasn't as cold as the previous years. I was like,
yeah.
"Why are you colder? Come on."
It was really
It's
hot,
been-
actually.
It's a bit windy as well, isn't it? Yes, thank you for that.
Jorgen D, he just donated and he said, thank you all and have a good day.
Jorgen, thank you
Thank
very much
you.
for the donation. We appreciate it very much. What a great guy.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Have a good day, you too, sir. Well, it depends what time it is over there. I don't know if you're about to go to sleep or whether you're waking up. Either way, either yesterday, today, or tomorrow, we hope you have a great day.
Hey, if I snitch on Vishai, will I get drugs?
Depends how good the snitch is. What have you got to say? What has he done now?
Oh, it just went weird. Okay, that's all.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah. No,
I like-
okay.
I love Vishai. Okay, go on.
I will move on for you. For when you were talking about Pattalung, right? You also mentioned like Surat Thani in the middle, and that's when Sick Puppy asked, "Where is Surat Thani?"
It's in the south.
Yes.
So, okay, how do we do this? Bangkok,
Yeah?
Phuket,
Yes.
Phang Nga in the middle. Surat Thani, you have to go there. So Bangkok, Phuket. Surat Thani is more to the south, so basically below Phuket. That's the easiest way. It's not technically there, but it's the easiest way I can explain it. You can travel to Phuket by road from Surat Thani.
You can actually, yes.
Yes. And Krabi, via Krabi. So it's Phuket, Krabi, keep riding, you'll end up in Surat Thani.
I see. Okay, for the anti-cheating masks, Sick Puppy said those kids are funny, and John Peak said love the way that it went. They had fun
Yeah.
making the masks.
Yeah. I think I would have a lot of
I
fun
would wear
actually
that in
making
public.
them.
Would you feel more relaxed though when you enter the exam hall and you're wearing, like the mask that you created?
I'll
mean-
take it less seriously.
If I won the mask competition, I would be super pumped.
I don't
you-
think there's
I
like a
would-
competition for that. But yes, that is.
I would have told the teacher that you got to give it extra 5 points for the best math.
Oh, wow.
Seriously, yeah.
for the top 3
you
masks.
should. Ooh, but what if the mask creators actually wrote words on the mask and then they were protruding out so you could see?
I thought about that, but
Wow.
there's very few masks that had like, and then you'd have to have amazing vision to be able to read a paper that's that close to your eyes.
That's true. That's true. You would have like cross eyeballs.
Just put it on your lens. Just get lenses and like, get it lasered onto your lens so you can just like
Stick with a grade 4 math problem forever?
exactly.
Okay.
You guys are creative with the whole mask thing. Are you seeing the live chat right now? Can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
Did you see the most recent question you guys have?
Serious question. Have Jay or Natty ever cheated at school?
No.
Really?
Whoa, Natty's so shocked.
Why would I cheat?
Actually, I never cheated either.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I just never
for
saw the
serious.
point in that.
No, for
You're either going to
reals?
fail or pass. I mean, just get on with it. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is too early to reveal too much of myself, but maybe I can tell a short story.
Okay.
There was a time when everybody in the class was cheating, but because I was so square, I refused to cheat. So I was the only person who failed in that class.
Oh, no.
And the teacher actually brought me up to the front of the class, and she said,
shamed
like,
you.
no, she congratulated me for this is the only student who has not cheated because she had the most different answers than everybody else. I'm like, I guess I should be proud.
And then everybody hated you.
Yeah, pretty much. I have no friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Wow.
changed.
Ouch.
I think I've been through this before. I've only failed once.
Really?
Yes.
Wow,
and so-
flex, Jay.
No.
Flex.
I wasn't great in high school. In high school, I struggled. I used to do a lot of sports. I was in the swim team. I was in the football team. I used to do taekwondo after school. So I was that kid who was just like doing extracurricular activities to which I never really was very poor at academics. And it got to a point where like my parents were like, yeah, my dad was like, you're quitting all those activities.
Oh.
You're going to be a dummy for the rest of your life if you don't get your act together.
Yeah.
And I just, went full academics. I barely passed. I did well. I think I did well. And then it was like a mock exam, and I got 7% in my business exam.
Wait,
7%.
what?
Yeah.
And you're the head of production here. Anyways, keep going.
No. Hey. When life gives you lemons, right? So it was an IGCSE business exam. I got 7% in my mock exam. So this is like, how they prepare you for the real exam? I got 7%. And that was a big wake-up call. And that was the only time I've ever failed, thankfully, in a mock test exam.
That
Oh,
is
wow,
good.
in a mock
Okay,
test.
mock
And then after
exam.
that, I took life more seriously, right? You have a turning point in life. And then, I went to university and then graduated with honors.
Whoa.
Just saying.
I'm Jay. Oh.
Yeah. But then again, I went to film school, so it's not it's very artsy and creative. It's not like math and business. So I was like, business is clearly not for me. So I went into the arts.
Right.
Yeah. So no, I've not cheated. I failed miserably. Like a man. Like a woman.
Take it.
Like a person.
Yeah. With integrity.
All inclusive here at the Tiger.
Yes.
Yes. That is all I got for the comments.
All right. PG Santa, deep question in there.
Actually, I don't mind revealing a little bit more about myself, about cheating and failing and all that.
Okay.
So in class, because I was super square, I would never cheat. There was a chemistry exam where 50% of the class actually failed, which I also was in part of the failure part. And then they had a retesting program and only 30% failed. I was part of that. And then 20% failed, and they keep retesting it until I was the only one and that person who didn't pass. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm really dumb.
It was really difficult to cheat in my school as well. As in, like, I'd been there for 10 years. I was there from 5th grade primary to the time I graduated. And the teachers over there on average stay for 10 to 15 years. So it was the same teacher that I pretty much grew up with. So they knew my strengths, my weaknesses. And, if suddenly you go from a C to an A student, it's a bit fishy, right? It's like, you struggled with that for the last 2 weeks. How did you pass that exam?
Yeah.
So,
But you just studied hard? Is that what happened? Or
No. In high school, I wasn't as serious about academics.
But how do you go from C to A then?
I just paid attention.
There we go.
I started paying attention instead of, you know, mucking about like you do in school. You know, you're with your friends.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody has a turning point in life.
Everybody got a
I
turning
mean,
point.
the whole schooling system, that's an entire debate. School's not for everyone.
No.
There's a lot of creative kids out there who feel like they're not good enough or they're stupid because they can't pass a math exam. That's not right. It should, you know, some people are creative, some people are good with numbers, some people are just artistic.
Or autistic. All right. So on that note.
All right. Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed this episode. And we hope that you click the like button if you have enjoyed it. And comment in the comment section below.
I mind me.
And ladies and gentlemen, for now, I'd like to say thank you to Nettie. Thank you to Carmel.
Thank
the boys
you.
behind the buttons. Vishai is back. He's wearing shades. He's taken off his eye patch because he had an eye infection, and now he's just wearing shades 24 hours.
That's so personal. Okay, go
That's
on.
so personal. I called him Patches O'Houlihan last week. Anyways, he's now back, and he looks like Elvis. Are you okay?
Okay.
And you're the comedian. And of course, Hot as well, wearing his Korean Dara blanket.
What's going on?
I don't know. We hope you've enjoyed today's wacky episode and that we could bring some joy into your Wednesday morning or evening or afternoon. On that note, we wish you have a great day. And today's word is going to be mallet.
If you wonder why it's mallet, you should watch the members only video.
We'll be
I think
posting
the members
it.
will know. But today's magical word is mallet. Mallet. In particular, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Chicago's mallet. That is all. Have a great day. See you live again tomorrow morning. Until then, see you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.